Hi there, I'm Jay Rodensik, and this is my 3 to 5 minute video on how I plan to communicate effectively with faculty and team members when developing curriculum. First thing I'd like to discuss is 5 best practices for communication between project team members. First of all, meet regularly. This avoids communication fragmentation by allowing everybody to be in the same room at the same time, receiving the same information. This helps determine the scope of the project, where everybody is in their project, and determine next steps. This is also a big time saver. Once again, this allows everybody to be in the same room at the same time, which means you're going to have an agenda for your meeting and a lot of times for people to speak. Which leads me to my next best practice. Be inclusive. Speak to the entire group and make it known that all ideas are respected and included. Make sure that when you are setting meeting times, that you are including everybody in those meeting times. And if there's somebody that you think may or may not belong there, make sure that you're erring on the side of inclusion, because even some of the most smallest parts of the project are some of the most important. Next, come prepared. Know what you're going to say before you say it, and give yourself time to work out any of the conceivable communication issues. Being prepared allows you to be able to understand the project details and gives you the opportunity to be able to communicate those details effectively. Being prepared also helps you predict questions to be able to handle those questions gracefully, without losing your place in the communication or without feeling pressured when you're trying to communicate effectively. Next, be transparent, be clear, and be to the point. Communication can be time-consuming. To avoid this, be transparent, be clear, and be concise. Very important stuff. Prior to picking up the telephone or communicating in any way, make sure that you consider 3 things. Make sure that you're considering the purpose of your communication. Make sure that you are considering who your audience is. And make sure that you consider your communication goals. Be sure to stick to the point and be sure to use terms that everybody can understand. For the purpose of memorability, try to keep it brief. Last, and what I feel is most important, is team communication, team culture. Agree on a common language among team members so that communication is fluid and that nobody has to explain messaging nuances to anybody else. Develop a system of norms that promote health communication, including communication roles, communication rules, and routines that everybody can fit into. Next, I would like to discuss why effective communication can be difficult in higher education. There's just 3 small points here. Number 1, if there is no pre-existing culture, you're going to have teachers that are working off the cuff. You're not going to have a common language. People may be trying to communicate at times when other people aren't ready to listen, and you're not going to have a common normal. Next, there may be implicit teacher hierarchies, and what I mean by this is that you may have experienced or long-employed teachers that are stuck in their ways. You may have younger people that aren't willing to listen to more experienced opinions and methods. These can definitely be a communication block. Last, you may have different faculty members with different training and different backgrounds. Teachers working from different points of origin with different backgrounds and different types of curriculum construction, different standards, different subject areas may come from a different school where curriculum is done completely differently. All of these things can be factors in the difficulty in communicating in a curriculum building activity in higher education. Last, I'd like to discuss 2 ways that you can de-escalate situations that are in conflict. Number 1, don't avoid the conflict. It's important to face this with professional respect. And bear in mind that you want to make your argument with the goal of resolution in mind. Talk through the problems and make sure that you're talking through these things completely. You don't want to have hard feelings festering as people avoid each other. Next, work to see the issue from all sides. Often there is no right way or wrong way of doing things. There may be differences in opinion, of course. But the ability to see things from all sides can really take the steam out of the argument. And looking at things objectively can definitely give you a new and better perspective. Thanks very much.